This one here, let's continue about the water fuel saver. The fuel saver for diesel and gasoline engine, how to charge the water. So I put the ground downside and the positive. This is I have two wires here. This is the ground, this is the positive, the ground downside. Okay, what I do is I put the ground here. Hopefully you can see that one. That is the ground. Oh, sorry. This is the ground. Okay. Now the other wire is the positive. I put here. This is my transformer. From 220 going here becomes AC, coming from AC to 220 volts AC. When you reach here, I have here a diode and a capacitor and also a resistor for the LED light here, so that when it's working you can see the light. So here, coming here is a 12 volts DC. This is a transformer. So I will put, this is the socket for the 220 volts. So the light is not seen here, so I need to go closer. This is my transformer. The wire here going to the outlet. 220 going here. So it becomes DC in this two wire because of this diode and the capacitor going here. So what happens here cannot be seen here. I will fill this one with the water. I need a little more water. It's filled with water. Now, in electrolysis, you see, the water is not moving. In electrolysis, you need electrolytes so that the water, the current will go through the water. But this one don't have any electrolytes. You see, no electrolytes for this one. And after a minute, you can see the bubbles here. But I would like to remind you that there is no electrolyte in this vessel. I can even drink that water because it will cure arthritis. And that is my experience with this water. Now after a moment, this water, you can see bubbles here. I need some flashlight because it's dark here. You know, we have a typhoon here and it's rainy, so I need a flashlight so you can see how the water is energized. You see the water? There is a bubble at the center and the water is now going up. The water is going up and it will go down. It will spill, but you need not worry about the spillage. Oh, so there, it spills already. Spilling there. Just leave it like that. You see? Because when you energize the water, you can see that bubbles there. They call it the micro bubbles. The water will spill. Just leave it like that, and until the water is energized. As I've told you, I'm counting. That is my secret, you know. So I just show you that the reaction of the water is just like that. Later on, you see the water is going up above the level of the tube. Now it's going to spill. It's spilling. You see? Okay, there, you see? But you should know that there is no electrolytes there. Not like the HHO, there is electrolytes. You see? Now, you know, Mr. Hassan, this is for you. You know what I'm telling you. You count my words. This will power your car. So I thank you for that. Now I would like to remind you that when you install this one in your car, you need the water only up to this level here. At the point of this wire, this one. So that is 2 inches above the half sphere here. So I would like to show you the half sphere here. It's my sample. This is the 3-inch half sphere. This one is the 4-inch half sphere. So at the bottom of this half sphere, this one must be the level of the water. So it's here. Just you see this wire here. So the question is, how can you measure the water because you cannot see? Okay, so I'll remove this one first, then I will show you how to measure the water by siphoning it and using the hose. what I do to measure, I need the water only this point from the top, only here. When you before you install, you must level your water only this side. So how can you do that? What I do is like this. Measure this one here up to the top of this tube here, like that. Then you insert this one inside. Okay. Then you siphon. When the water stops, then that is the level, because you use only the siphon here. Okay, stops already. Means the water is at this level. You see that level? So that's enough. So I remove this height of the water. So I hope that is clear now. So I would like to show you something which maybe you cannot believe. This wire I will remove, though it is already no more power supply, but still I will remove this one because there is a capacitor. That capacitor will still bring some power here. So I will remove this positive, and I will only voltage here. You see, that is DC. Now I will put the ground under. Hopefully I can make it. This is the positive I will put here, or here. This one is the negative. I will put under. You see there is a voltage 2.86 without any power supply. So you might tell me why. Why is there a voltage here? Sounds funny, but you see, this device is also a capacitor. It is producing, when you charge it with the power, it will also charge. Now that is why when you put here 1.2 volts, the AA battery, the battery will not discharge. That is used only to maintain the energy, because when you hold this one, the energy will transfer into your body. So without the battery, the energy here will go back to zero. That is why you need a 1.2 volt battery. If the wire is connected to the battery, that is why I am using resistor, so that the power from the battery will be reduced up to 3 volts. So the power supply here will be only 3 volts. But when you see, when this is charged in the car, this will reach 8 volts, sometimes higher, even though the power supply is only 3 volts, because this is the capacitor. So no need to wonder why. You should just think that this is a capacitor that will energize your engine. So hopefully you understand, and thank you for the trust for me. Mr. Hassan, thank you.